This is where I spent the day on October 26th in the Sal Mountains near Warner Lake. Beautiful spot in southern Utah. I guess southeastern Utah. This is October 26th, 2016. I'm in the Sal Mountains down near Moab. We've gone down here on vacation and I decided to take a hike up in these mountains. And here is a shelter I found. Again, not far off of a trail and not far from a small lake. Now, some of these branches that are leaned up have been cut, have been sawed, but we're near a trail where there would be available sawed trees. This could have been made by some scouts. I'm going to look around at it, see what other sorts of things we've seen. We haven't really seen any tree leans yet that would indicate any sort of Sasquatch activity. So I'm tending to think this was made by scouts, but let's see. And here it is from a slightly different angle. Very large. It's got a great big tree up the middle, and which then these other trees were leaned against. This is how some debris type shelters are taught in survival guides how to make them. Well, this is much larger than what people would make for a survival shelter. Here's a better view of the opening. And this does not appear to be that old. That grass in that is growing in on the inside in there. And not actually matted down, but the roof is allowing light to get in, so maybe that could have been there longer than than just put up this season. The matting or the branches and leaves to create a wind barrier is on the side where the wind would be coming, which would be the north side here. We're on a small little hill near what's called Warner Lake in the Sal Mountains. And that's where the debris has been piled to act more as a wind and a moisture break from where the wind would be coming, right there. And you see a few of those down there have been cut. This brush, you can see, it's more like willows that are, just laid down all along this side of this thing. So it'd be very difficult and very noisy to come into this from this direction. And again, that is a kind of a hallmark of these things when Sasquatches build them. And part of the reason this little shelter here is this beautiful little creek is flowing right near where the lean-to is. Again, here's a little area where some, I guess these are aspens that have been leaned over and pulled over, and had there been debris piled on top of here, this could have been a little shading place or shelter. This is about 200 yards from that other bigger shelter. Again, not a flat area underneath it, not the sort of thing that people would have made, but I think something made that. You got the butt section of a couple of these up in the air, like right there. There's some more stuff over here, but I'm not finding anywhere near the kind of tree leans that I see up in Payson Canyon. Even though I've got an area with a lot of aspens and some pines. Alright, I've come up to a little flat area above a hill. We've come up several times. And though I see, like I say, a couple little shelters, a few little leans, more like this, completely pulled over in a U, sort of trees. I know that kids do that, particularly back east with willows and with birches. They climb up them and then ride them down to the ground. I've read about it, I've never done it, but you see several over here. Don't tend to find the aspens pulled over like this up north, bend over this way. I get a number of them here, but I'm not finding the tree leans, although there are a couple of shelters. So if there are Sasquatch here, not people, there aren't too many. Because had I walked this far anywhere down in Payson Canyon in this kind of cross between pines and aspens, I would have seen all sorts of tree leans and that, and teepee structures by now. Okay, here is what I would have to say is at least 50-50 or better a tree structure here. It's right at the edge of where the forest is meeting a cleared out area. That large one in the middle, that's the butt portion of that's up in the air, right there. The head's down. Now, that could have fallen over and broken there, so it tends to be the sort of thing that indicates it, but you can see how these are intertwined up there, and they're coming from about 3 different directions. So, this is real interesting. These are big trees. These are 10-inch in diameter or more. And there's some more off over this direction. So, all aspens right next to a grove of pines. So, that big one there, that's interesting. Big dude.